Hello and welcome. How are you doing today? So today I wanted to review and tell you what I think about the Obsbot Meet 4K webcam. I've previously reviewed the Obsbot Tiny 2 and it's really awesome, so I decided to get the Meet 4K webcam also to sort of add to my minimalist camera setup system. Although I used to use some other cameras in my setup for recording videos and doing stuff, but for my main desk, I needed to have something a little bit more minimalistic and still give me a good quality video. So I decided to go for the Obsbot Meet 4K, especially to be able to have secondary cameras for my overhead shots. And I'm reviewing it in this video. I decided to script this video simply because I wanted to give you raw as it comes to my mind. So it's the Obsbot Meet 4K, and first thing we'll actually do is go ahead and unbox and see what comes in the packaging. The box is brown with Obsbot tape all around it. Let's actually just pry that open. And inside there we are met with the bubble wrapped box. We'll just get that away right now. And we're met with the Obsbot Meet 4K with all information about the Meet 4K on the box and packaging, which I think is really super duper nice. Minimalist packaging, I would probably say. And then opening that up, we get another box that comes in all red Obsbot branding. And we get some other boxes, packaging, which contains the user manual for the Obsbot Meet 4K, giving instruction on how you use it from time to time. And then you get the service warranty card, you get the user information card, and all those nice bits and bits of information you might want to keep for future references for Obsbot Meet 4K. And main thing, the Obsbot Meet 4K itself, which is nice and the mobile and just super duper nice. And then you get the privacy shutter, which I think is a really nice to have for the webcam. Next up, you get the USB-C to USB-C cable, which is adequately long. And then you get the USB-C to USB-A converter for connecting to computers without USB-C or ports without USB-C. And then finally in the box, you get the on top of the monitor mount, which is really nice. It's magnetic and it's really super duper nice for you to use from time to time. Now that I've seen the contents of the box, all the video and audio I recorded this video was done with the Obsbot Meet 4K webcam, except the unboxing overhead shot, and somewhere I'll be putting in the description here what I shot with, so you don't mistake what the visual actually looks like when you're seeing the quality that the Obsbot Meet 4K actually offers. Now I'm recording this into OBS with the narrow shots. Let me actually go ahead and show you what the camera control looks like in real world. So on the left hand side here, which one? Yeah, on the side on this side you'll see the camera control and then what the quality looks like. I'm recording this in 4K. The camera output quality I'm using is also 4K, so that is that about that. So of course it could show 1080p 30, 1080p 60, 720p 60 and all that, but I prefer to have this in 4K so I have the best quality out of it. And I'm using the natural lights I would normally use if I was in a meeting, without any special lights. If I was to turn on my special lights, first if I was to turn on my desk lamp, this is what that looks like. And if I was to turn on my video conferencing lights without the desk lamp, that is what that looks like. It's better, of course, but sometimes you just don't have the lights, and I'm just using the pendant light in my office and no extra addition. Of course there are other screens behind me. That is what that looks like. With a desk lamp, that's what that looks like. It's definitely better. And then if I have to turn on the entire lights in my office, Alexa, turn on studio lights. Okay. And that is what that looks like. Of course, I mostly don't use that kind of light in the setup. You can see I have some glow effects on the side of the screen, simply because that is what I want to see in my videos when I'm recording. But I mostly use that for when I'm recording using my main cameras. But for meetings, I don't like all that glowish effect and all that. And of course, for my meetings, I use one of these microphones, either this or this one right here. is what I use when I'm in meetings, but of course I decided I wasn't going to use that today and record the quality raw into the Obsbot Meet 4K. So the video and audio is actually from the Obsbot Meet 4K webcam. Now, it has some very nice features, and that is what I wanted to show here. So if I turn on auto framing, you see it sort of gives me a wide shot to ensure that my body is here. I can go group mode, that's if I have multiple people here, so it can sort of focus on people in the meeting, but of course it's just me recording this, so it sort of focuses on the person speaking if there are multiple people that is seen in the video. And if I go close up, it first goes wide and then tries to come as close to me as possible. And if I go upper body mode, it tries to capture just the upper part of my body. But I like that, but of course most of my shots that I use are not that wide, so I'm not that narrow rather, so I rather go in narrow view. So I will turn off auto framing, and then this is what the wide shot looks like. It captures a very wide range of view. As you can see, all my arm length is covered in the shot, which I think is properly actually nice. And that is at 1 times zoom, and if I go medium, that is at 1.15 times zoom, and if I go narrow, that is at 1.45 times zoom. And of course I can always adjust that to fit my needs and adjust the gimbal positioning to ensure that I am right in the frame where I want. And you can see all the wires are gone behind me. You can still see a nice effect behind me. And of course, whenever I'm in meetings, I actually go about 1.9 times of this, so it's a little bit more close up-y, and it's a little bit to the side. And that's what I generally look like in meetings. I doesn't have the normal preset like the Tiny 2, because of course it's not a PTZ webcam, so that is the view you get out of it, and that is what that looks like. You can always adjust the gimbal view to fit your style for that. And then of course you can also make this into a virtual camera by clicking this. It simply means that if you go into your video source, you can then use this in multiple applications. But of course, because I'm currently using this in an application as a view, I cannot do that. And then I'm just turn that off, and then I can enable the view here, which of course would not work. It's currently blank on my other screen here because I am recording. I'm outputting the view into another application. That is why that would not be showing right here. So let me actually show you what that looks like. So this is what that view looks like. It's what it is. It's not showing here simply because I'm outputting that view to OBS, and then I can go 540p 30, 540p 60, 720p 30, 720p 60, 1080p 30, 1080p 60, and 4K 30 frames per second. I'm currently using the 4K 30 frames per second in my OBS setup, and I think it looks really nice. Now back to our main video. I generally just like this view. I mostly have been using this for my overhead unboxing shots, as you can see right now. It's really nice. I've used it to produce one of my videos, and the video looks just like this. And it's really nice. It's good. If you have enough lighting, it's really good. I boom it overhead, but of course I'll swap it out now so that this is now my webcam, and then my Tiny 2 is now my overhead shot because of the PTZ ability, so I can sort of adapt it to my general use cases. So let's go back and actually show some of the other features of the Obsbot Meet 4K webcam. So if I go to image settings right now, I can turn on HDR mode. Do you notice a difference? So HDR is off now, and HDR is on. HDR simply means high dynamic range, so it sort of tries to make it a bit better. And then I can go the focus mode to be global or to just focus on my face. I can set the exposure to just sort of capture the face. I can also turn it to be manual. It means that I can adjust the shutter speed to match what I want. I go black, totally black there. It means I'm actually controlling the light that comes into the camera. But of course, I'm just going to put that in auto because I'm not doing any special effects. If I'm using this for meetings or just general stuff, I don't want to be messing stuff up. I can adjust the white balance also if I wanted to set the white color temperature and all that. So if you have a bit of feel you want for your video, you can also modify that white balance. But of course, I'm just gonna put this in auto mode at the moment, and of course I can adjust the image settings also to set contrast, saturation, sharpness, hue, and all those kind of stuff. And one cool thing I can also do here is to go to beauty mode. So I can turn on background blur such that the background behind me I'm not sure the background blur stuff is actually exactly working. Do you notice the difference? I guess if I'm using this as a virtual webcam and recording with the OBS app itself, it would work. But hey, I'm not one to blame. So I'm going to turn this off, but I can turn also some face settings. You can always check that out. So I think one thing here is if you're using this directly from the webcam, you can't do so much stuff. But if you're using this inside the OBS preview to record, you could probably get it with all this one. And then you can make it clear with the remote controller, and then you can turn on auto sleep if you wanted to. So if the camera is not doing any work, it goes to sleep so that it doesn't overheat. So I could turn this off and on. I think for me, I would like to put it at 10 minutes really. 2 minutes is a little bit short for me. I can set up a virtual background, and I can set the button rotation. So I could actually use this to shoot my shorts and YouTube shorts. So if I press the button up here, it sort of puts me in a portraity view, but of course it has zoomed. I'm actually in portrait view now, but I'm gonna put that back so it's a normal view, so I could literally use this for my shots now. Oh, my background blur is now on. I guess it took its time. Oh, that was a virtual background. That was the so you need to turn on virtual background for the blur stuff to work ish. I don't know now. I guess it's just a little bit low to reflect, but I'm gonna turn it off now. I like my background the way it is. I'm proud of my background. I'm proud of the wires you're seeing here. This is cleared up, okay? And I like how my background looks, so I try to make my background in my own videos as natural as possible, no special effects and nothing whatsoever. And of course, you can upgrade the firmware versions if you wish to. I'm going to go back to the image now and make it a narrow shot, back to what I would normally use in a day-to-day operation. And what I generally think of the Obsbot Meet 4K is it's nice, it's good, it's a nice webcam. Let me actually turn on the framing here, and you see if I try to move around, that is one feature I've not shown you. It tries to sort of get me, which is nice, but not as cool as the Tiny 2 or the PTZ ones they have. I'm just going to turn this back to off. I'm going to make this back into narrow shot. That is my best view of it. That is what I want my camera to look like from day to day. And I think it's cool. I think you can get this because it's budgeted. At the time of the purchase, it was about £149, which I think is really nice. That's without the sale, without Black Friday and all. That's about £149. With Black Friday offers, deals and stuff, it comes in about £129 with delivery. So it's budget, it's nice, it's 4K 30, and it's just really nice. Now I decided to go for Obsbot and not the other competition simply because I already have an Obsbot webcam, the PTZ one, and I could trust it. So I decided to go for the Obsbot Meet 4K webcam just to complement the setup. So if I'm getting controllers and remotes and accessories, I know I'm getting one in the same ecosystem. For me, one of the things I like to do generally is get devices in the same ecosystem so that I can control and use my devices together with controllers and accessories and stuff. That is one of the things I like to do. Most of the lights I use in my office come from the same brand. Most of the, well, except my computers, of course, those don't come from the same brand. So yeah, I generally try to do that, and that is what I generally would advise anyone to actually do. That is my view generally about it. I'll drop the link to purchase one in the video description and also as a pinned comment. I've recorded this totally in OBS. No effects, nothing whatsoever, no noise reduction whatsoever. But when I'm doing the editing, if I realize there's too much noise, I might do some reduction. But one thing we could do is go back to the setting here, because naturally the noise reduction is turned on. Let's actually turn that off and see what the noise looks like. This is what the noise looks like without the noise reduction turned on. And if we turn that back on, this is what it sounds like. The audio is coming into OBS directly, no editing, nothing whatsoever. That is all what it sounds like. It's just natural. My final thoughts on the Obsbot Meet 4K is that it's nice, it's good, it's good enough, it's budget enough for a 4K webcam offering 30 frames per second. I don't think you need more than that really, except you into a lot of action, video recording and all that in your setup. For meetings, for streaming, for general computer day-to-day stuff, I think it's good enough. You can use it. I'm not being paid to do this. I bought this with my own money, so I'm not getting any sort of incentive to say anything nice about it. But I think it's nice, it's handy, it's beautiful enough for my own desk, at least in my own personal opinion. So you can get it if you like what you're getting out of this video, and I'll put the link in the video description and also as a pinned comment to check one out if you wish to get it. And that's my general opinion of it. It's nice, it's good. I'll probably give it a 4/5 rating of, my personal rating. I'll give it a 4/5. Nothing has actually really exactly gotten all the 5/5 rating for me in terms of personal rating. So 4/5 simply means it's good. It's nice, it's good. It's not blown my mind. It did what I expected it to do for what I bought it for, and that is what I really generally just think about it. So that's just my general thought about it, and that's where I wrap up the video today. If you like this video, remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any further videos like this one and all the other kind of content I also create from time to time. And also remember to subscribe so you don't miss notifications when I post new videos. Share with people so they know all about this webcam. If you think someone needs it, share this video with them for them to check it out before they actually go spend their money on it. And till I come your way again with yet another video, stay safe and goodbye.